Hello ladies and gentlemen, it's another citizen here, and today we talking weapons. And when I say talking weapons, we're not gonna be having a guide of the specific weapons, pros and cons. No, this is gonna be in another video. Today we're gonna be talking more about how you can stock yourself with a lot of weapons, so you will always have that kind of peace of mind whenever you're gonna be doing any FPS encounters, missions, PvP, whatever, name it. But for that we're gonna need the investment, and I'm talking in about 4.5 thousand UEC. So this guide is gonna be more suitable for the players who are actually starting now in a Star Citizen, and I highly suggest, if you haven't created your account yet, use and take advantage of that code down below, because you're gonna get yourself that extra 5,000 UEC, which you definitely gonna need right now. Also, there are other ways how you can get yourself some money, and I have a guide prepared exactly for that for new players. The link will be down below in the description. Okay, now for weapons, usually I suggest to get P4AR. Me personally, I'm just getting Custodian SMG because it's my personal favorite. I love it. It has a lot of ammunition. It's kind of precise for the CQB. You get a lot of headshots, and it handles extremely well. Also get some med pens. I highly suggest at least 2, because that's that kind of last resort. If you get shot, bleeding, you just hit that C button and it's just gonna save your life, and you can just keep going and kick ass. Apart from the weapon, you might also need some attachments. Highly suggest that Holosight. This is the only one which I suggest to buy on a Port Oliza. It's a one-time Holosight. You don't need anything zoomed in, because everything is kind of close combat quarters at this very moment in a Star Citizen. You don't have any sniping scenarios and so on. For the magazines, stock yourself up. Definitely get at least like 20. They are extremely cheap for P4AR, cost about 12 UEC each, so highly suggest get like a minimum 20. Once you get everything down, there is one thing which I would probably suggest to get as optional. It's like a laser sight. You find it on the top. It's extra 400 UEC, but it helps you with accuracy, because you can activate it by pressing U in a combat, and you can see that little laser line. So you do not need to actually go and shoot through the sides. You can just run and gun from hip. And it's still pretty accurate, and I get a lot of kills like that, so highly suggest just to go this path. Okay, so this step is optional. However, if you have enough money, I highly suggest to get yourself an armor. The reason why you're getting yourself an armor is, of course, because it has some damage reduction, which varies from 10% all the way to 40%, depends on the type of the armor, but also it has increased carrying capacity. So if you are just in your undersuit, you can carry, as you can see later on, just one weapon, one med pen, and maybe 2 magazines, and that number increases based on the armor you're wearing. So me personally, I'm a big fan of medium armors, because it's just like a best of all trades. Some people love for the FPS wearing heavy armor, because it has that 40% damage reduction, but I will leave that step with you. Sometimes that factor can be the price and amount of money you actually have to spend. Later on in the game, you will see that you will have enough money to get almost any armor in the game, so it wouldn't much matter. But at the beginning, still highly suggest to get yourself at least something, because it's gonna help on your journey, and you're not gonna lose it if you die anyway. Okay, so the next step is to get ourselves to Hurston. So grab your freelancer and fly all the way to Hurston. Then once you will arrive on orbit of the planet, open your mobiglass and check for contracts. Look specifically for mercenary one, and the name of the contract is evict illegal occupants for about 7,000 UEC. So we're gonna be repeating this mission over and over again, and the reason why we have a freelancer is because we're gonna be facing some turrets in before we're gonna actually enter the facility itself. These turrets are pretty tough, so if you're gonna be flying anything smaller than freelancer, you will see how they will very quickly melt through your shields and possibly even through your ship. So highly suggest at least something with 2 size 2 shields on it. Okay, and there's another quick tip I'm gonna give you right now, and that's how you can redistribute the energy from shields. So you can get extra 175 or 75% of your shields in front, where all the side and back shields gonna have just, let's say, 75% only. You can use that not only on the front shields, you can actually use it on the left, right, back, respectively. You can pull that off by just pressing a specific button on your numeric keyboard. So if I want to put the energy in the front shields, of course I'm gonna press number 8. If I'm gonna put it on the right shield, I'm gonna press number 6, 4 on the left and 2 on the back. By pressing 5 on the numeric keyboard, you reset everything and everything will be exactly as it was at the beginning, which means everything gonna have like 100% of its capacity. It is extremely useful, especially if you know that you're gonna be encountering your enemy from specific side. So I know already that I'm gonna be encountering the turrets from front, so this is where I need to be stronger. I know that they're not going to be shooting me from my back, so there is no point for me in order just to have any or some extra energy in the shields over there. Okay, I hope it was useful, and now let's get rid of these turrets and get inside the bunker. Okay, so once all the enemies are cleared then the only thing you're going to be doing is to equip all the weapons they dropped. And as you can see, they are P4ARs, and this is exactly the same weapon as I mentioned at the beginning of this tutorial. So if you did everything as I said, you should probably have already a lot of magazines for these weapons anyway. So there is a little trick what you can actually do in order just to store these weapons in the global inventory. And as you can see, these weapons are actually visible. However, they have these little yellow triangles. So we kind of need to disturb our equipment manager, which means that I'm gonna unequip or equip my sidearm, which is the pistol. You should have by default your Arclight pistol if you didn't lose it before. So I highly suggest to unequip or equip, then save changes, and then when you see that all these yellow triangles disappeared, that's where you start unequipping these newly acquired weapons. Alright, so once that's done, you can just rinse and repeat and until you're gonna grab all the weapons on the ground. You're gonna save about 3,500 EC with every single weapon you take because you don't have to buy any of these. You can also supply your friends on a missions, FPS, or even a PvP. So it's extremely useful in the long run because whenever you die with your weapons in hand, you're gonna actually lose that weapon in a place. So if you store your weapon before you die, let's say that you're bleeding, you will not lose anything. I know at this very moment it's P4AR. Of course, later on down the track in the future patches, we're gonna have NPCs carrying more weapons. So this will be the way how you can actually get more of these. Okay guys, and this is pretty much it for today's video. If you like the video and you want to see more content like this, please consider subscribing to the channel so you're gonna get notified every single time when I'm gonna upload a new video. Also, if you like the video, just consider giving it a like, and if you think that I forgot something or you have a suggestions for improvement, definitely let me know down below in a comment. I extremely appreciate all your feedback and I'm reading all of your comments all the time. So thank you so much. Any feedback is appreciated. Also, before I'll end this video, big thanks to all the Patreons, specifically Obliteron and also Mancave for supporting the channel both financially and mentally. It's helping the channel grow in a way that we can create and organize more events such as a Downwatch Derby. And if you do not know what Downwatch Derby is, definitely check that link down below in the description. We're organizing a races now every weekend and you can get yourself a new ship. So definitely check that out. Now guys, I'm another citizen and I will see you in a verse.